League on EA Sports. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Atlanta Falcons. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Well, this defense for the Falcons, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Walker now on 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rally to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken at the 23. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Let's go. Check, man.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Here's 2nd and 8. Holmes has got it complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Let's go now. Triple 38. Hey, check me.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
They go play action now. Jackson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught at the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well. A give for Walker running right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This would never get off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. Miles Sanders, 72 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
These two teams all tied after 1. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Now Jackson. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, the guy made the play. He gets the points. But really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Araiza now. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now
Here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
The Falcons at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
Here's Corey Bojorquez now.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10.
50 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
4 yards the pickup, first down. From the gun, Jackson. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And nowhere to hide on that play.
No, there was not, because every exit door, that was surrounded. I think that was supposed to be a bootleg, but he had no chance to get outside the pocket and try and make a play.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Ready?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Ridder and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And I think the ball's out. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 23 yards the pickup there. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On play action, they'll throw.
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts,
an 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation either.
And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Justin Jefferson.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
Right back to Sanders on first down.
Takes it to about the 37.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, red. Black truck. Yellow, blue. Hey, green.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Airing one out deep for Holmes here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Striker, 3, check, man. Blue, check. Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Airing one out deep for Holmes here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Ready?
They'll look to throw here.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
Nick, ready. Hey, check, ready.
A give running left. It's Sanders. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Yellow.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Here's the 2nd and 7. Touchdown Falcons! Quez Watkins from 19 yards away. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
He's got him in, complete, 20.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And the
Falcons are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 46 yards on the play.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Hey, go green. Yellow, line.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
93, 52, 93, 44.
Another run with Sanders. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And now here is another interception.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
93, 55.
Here's Sanders. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back.
Here we go, check. 3. Check, hurt.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Once again with Sanders. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Falcons are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 24.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things.
And, my goodness, another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Falcons are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown! Miles Sanders, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Falcons are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We worked a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. I want to take that course.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
But no reason not to try it there. And they do indeed convert on 4th.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been cooked.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. But they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Hey, go steal.
Another run here with Sanders. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
117 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On the counter now, it's Sanders. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down.